Before we start, like, go ahead and do all your stuff. And then
Do it before the show.
Does anyone address the stuff?
You're live, Josie. Try not to yell into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, spectators of all ages, welcome to our very second, very annual Spring Roll. Clap! Thank you for being here, folks. We're going to be contesting grappling tonight. We'll be having multiple age groups and multiple skill levels throughout the evening. Please go bananas, chat, scream, be crazy. Keep it civilized. So a lot of people know how to fight and grab a hold of people here, so just be super nice. We'll begin our contest in a few minutes. We're going to start with a rules meeting, and hopefully we will treat you to an evening of martial arts that you shall never forget.
Hello? Got a question, AJ?
Wait, is it just basically like
It's like open mat.
Doing a quick
Exactly the same one.
fighter.
can you judo throw? Not hard though.
Yeah, you can judo throw and you can throw him down. You're just not allowed to. Here, come up here.
Urban Black, ladies and gentlemen.
But you can grab that throw we did the other day. Cool. Alright, we're set. Oh, see, you have a question? I see somebody's hand over there. All good? Alright, rules meeting just finished.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Your referees for this evening will be King Solomon Topolsky and Ethan T1 Riley. Are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, our first contest will feature our youngest division. Coming out first will be Parker, the Monster Munson. And her opponents, Lily, the Hammer Weller. The referee for this contest will be King Solomon Topolsky. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin our first match. Two gray belts. They train in our 6 and 7-year-old Mat Maniacs program.
Yep. And go.
Louis coming out very aggressive. Parker controlling distance. Louis securing a nice double leg takedown. Parker caught herself in a guard position, which is excellent. She's working on taking the back, passing the arm across perhaps, or shooting out, maybe a throw. Oops, got herself a dirty triangle position. If she can adjust her legs before Louis can gain his posture back, this could be a tricky situation that she's in right now. Still got plenty of time. Parker attacking very aggressively from the mount position. Louis looking to stand and pass. Looks like Parker the Monster is looking for a back sweep. Oh, what she gets the back sweep, but Louis still holding position. She has an advantage coming out on top in this. She's coming up for a standing pass of her own. We have about 2 minutes left in this contest. This contest is set for 3 minutes. Louis being very aggressive, trying to secure his takedown. Louis historically got very good takedowns, but Parker always showing excellent takedown defense. She scrolled around to the back. She might try to sit to a back take or use this as an opportunity to get herself a takedown. Looks like she's trying to spin into a body lock takedown. Excellent grit from these two kiddos. We are just about halfway through this contest, about a minute and a half left. Quite a scramble on the feet. Louis doing his very best to not let his back get taken. Parker doing a fine job keeping very active. Louis got himself back in the front now, looking for a little foot tap. Oh, he went for a head and arm takedown, which Parker capitalized and got herself to mount. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute left in the contest. Parker has top mount. Louis has control, but he needs to try to get himself out of here. Parker's got a very good armbar attack. So looks like she's got her back control. She's going to try to get herself into a better position. So looks like she's securing a rear naked choke. Louis escaped. Needs to try to turn into her guard. Letting Parker Munson have back control is not a safe environment. Louis doing a fine job scrambling. Parker trying to get herself into back control. It's 20 seconds left in the contest. Louis has reverse position. If he can start to posture and pass, but he's starting to run out of time. Three, two, one. Time. What a contest featuring our two young kiddos. Real quick, guys, let me do a little interview with both of you real quick. Parker came out very aggressive, controlled distance, had some nice attacking opportunities. Louis a little tougher than you thought, or how'd that go for you?
Good.
Good. Fantastic. Fantastic. Clap for Parker, the Monster Munson! All right, sweetie, you can go have a sit right over there. I'm here with Louis the Hammer Wetherill. Very good aggression. You secured your double leg takedown very early in the contest. Parker's a tough cookie. She was hard to hold on to. Any thoughts?
Yeah, she was, and I do want a round of applause for Parker.
A round of applause for Parker, the gentleman says. As always, all class. Louis Wetherill, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little advisement on the walkout for our contestants. Are we ready for in our next contest, we're featuring two for other younger division, one being the little brother of one of the children we just had compete. Coming out to the ring first, we have Ellis, the cool kid, Meyer! And his opponent making his way to the ring. Cole, ice cold! Whoa! Referee for this contest will be King Solomon Topolsky. All right. Two of our newest seasoned ninjas on our team. These boys will go after each other for sure. Cole's got himself in the top position first. He's turning Ellis over. But Ellis Meyer's a dog. He's not going anywhere yet. Nice, very well. Ellis reverses position. Cole stuck on the bottom of side control. He's bumping. He's trying to shrimp. He's trying to get himself out of there. Ellis is looking for a submission. Cole slips out the back door. Nice. Mr. Cole gets himself a takedown. Now Ellis finds himself on the bottom of side control. Ellis with a big time side bump, turning away. Could be an opportunity for Cole to take the back. Oh, unless Ellis wants to sit out to go out the back door with an underhook. Boys fighting themselves in the dogfight position currently. Ellis keeping very good top control. Looking for a submission potentially. Might have Cole's neck. Cole's got himself stuck a little bit. Ellis seems to have himself a pretty good rear naked choke. I can't exactly tell from this position, but it looks like he's starting to free himself and pull his arm off of the neck. He's able to turn his head a little bit, which is usually a good sign for struggle. Ellis has very good back control and plenty of time left. We're only about halfway through our contest. Cole with a big bridge trying to turn his hips over. Trying to turn those hips over. Oh, Cole frees the hand. If he can turn up into guard, he can try to get on top. Ellis holding very good positional control, transitioning very smoothly from the back to the top of mount, back to the back. But it's all happening so quickly. Cole has got himself into guard, is just about out of half guard, is very close to passing the side control. Cole advances to mount. Now he's up, and Mr. Ellis has got himself in a half guard position. Wowee. Good job, guys. Good job out there, kiddos. Just under a minute remaining in the contest. 1 minute left. Ellis taking a good back control position against Cole. Cole being very disciplined and staying very relaxed and patient in these positions. He's been in a tough spot for a good portion of this match, but keeps finding himself in these situations where he's able to reverse and get himself to a decent spot, or at least get himself safe from being submitted. Right. 20 seconds, got to make something happen quick. This is a submission-only contest. Way to shoot that takedown. That was a good job. That was quite a sprawl. Ellis is turning his angle like he should to complete this takedown. Cole is tough, though. He is hard to get a hold of. That was a good smash back in, but Ellis gets back control. He has one hook in. He's looking for that neck. Ah. I'm here with Ellis, the cool kid Myers. That was a very exciting match. Is there anything you didn't expect coming in? No, he knew. He trains with Cole. He knew this was going to be a dogfight. Cole, come on over here, sir. Cole, the younger brother of Louis in the last featured match. Cole, did you have any surprise? Was anything surprising you in this contest today? Not really. That's all good. All right, clap for my little warriors. Are we ready for our next contest? Features us moving up one age division into our Matt Maniacs Jabber program, making his way out to the ring first of the Fighting Smithsons, Gnarly Charlie Smithson. And his opponent making his way to the orange ring. And the gentleman, Foreman! Ladies and gentlemen, this should be quite the barn burner. All right. Solid gray and a gray and white division. Charlie's slightly older than Owen. Owen always comes in with very good head and arm takedowns. Charlie not being one to give up right away. So, Owen's got good head control. He's got a hold of the head pretty good. Looks like he's got himself a little bit of a stuck here position. Owen might be working for what is called a bulldog choke. Charlie's head's pretty stuck, but Charlie's tough as an old boot. But if he can't get his head stuck out from underneath this position, Charlie's been a member of this gym since about 2020. He's tough as they come. Tough as a $2 steak, I'd say. Got his neck twisted just a little bit, but old Charlie's okay. Don't you worry, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, when the match began, I said, Owen's got himself a very good head and arm takedown. That's what you went out for right away. And then you secured the neck position pretty well, securing yourself a bulldog choke. Very good performance. Would you have anything you'd like to say?
I was just trying to just win, and I didn't really want to hurt him.
Of course you don't want to hurt him. That's your buddy Charlie. Well, that's a really good attitude to have, my good sir. Very nice performance. Good takedown. Good submission. Oh, and the gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. All right, folks. So in the same age division, same gnarly group of kiddos, making their way to the ring next, the man with the metal bones, Alex Lakes. Quite a crowd pop for that guy. And his opponent making his way to the ring, AJ Gorilla Smash Bailey. Everybody buckle up. This ought to be a good one. Oh, yeah. All right. This ought to be a good one. Both of these boys are very slick, very aggressive, and both have a very good submission prowess. Both very skilled for their age division. Alex looking for a little top control, trying to get a hold of the head. AJ, as he tries to grab a hold of the head, Alex keeps attempting his duck under, which is a signature Alex Lakes move. There's that duck under again. He's going for that leg. AJ sprawls and brawls. Nice duck under from Alex Lakes there. Mr. AJ's really hard to hold on to, though. Alex Lakes has back control, trying to get a hold of some legs. Mr. AJ will now band up. Oh, nice. He's got rolled over. But Alex gets right back up. But AJ still has him in his top side sprawl position. Now getting himself in the top turtle position. Alex stands and passes. Nice pass out to the side. He's got himself into mount. Alex has got very good submissions from this top position. He's looking to get this arm over the top. He's got an arm bar. Let's see if he has it, folks. Alex coming up. Time. Winner by armbar submission, Alex Metal Bones Lakes. I'm here with the man with the metal bones, Alex Lakes, three-time veteran of our spring and summer roll. Came out, we're looking for that head and arm takedown. You were able to hit a very good counter with a duck under the back. Once you got on top, you're looking for that arm bar. Very good performance. Anything you'd like to say? Anybody you'd like to thank?
Well, anyways, this is my second time I'm doing the mission in the spring roll, and I'm very happy.
Mr. Alex, would I be safe to assume we will maybe see you this fall in the pumpkin roll?
Yeah.
Alex will be back for the pumpkin roll. Alex Lakes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Our next ninja making their way to the ring. Denim with the Venom. And his opponents, the first on the card tonight of the Fighting Travis family, Leo the Fluff Travis. Referee for this contest, Gene Tolman Topolsky. These two fellas are extremely technical, both extremely resilient. This is Denham's first time on the spring roll cards. Look at these boys in that judo. Very nice. But Denham sets himself back up. Leo ended up eventually getting on top of that piece. Where you're hitting that final throw for that judo throw, but Denham was able to counter and get himself into a top attacking position. This will be Leo's second event at our roll company shows. Coming up just a little short in his last match with Alex Lake, who's featured in our last match. Denham, this is his first contest out here. Denham has been a student with Club MMA for about 6 years, and Leo, a part of the Fighting Travis team. Young Bo ended up falling ill, so where he couldn't compete, but his father and his older brother will both be competing in this contest today. So the Fighting Travis boys on the prowl today. Denham holding excellent side top position on the backside position. Looks like Denham is starting to try to set up some sort of a shoulder lock, or he's at least getting himself into a good attacking position. Leo is very smooth. I looked like he was trying to hit this inverted triangle choke this entire time. Now he's looking for an arm lock. If he's not able to fit, he's leveling up this inverted triangle choke. He might have this. Galileo's got he's got a very good technical understanding of the triangle choke position, and it looked like that's what he was attempting for the entire portion of his attack here. Now that he's got it, let's see if he can finish. Plenty of time left in this contest. About halfway through. Denham's very stuck in this triangle, but doesn't seem to be any sort of an immediate threat of position or immediate threat of submission for the time being. 1 minute left in this contest between these very technical youths. You can hear the Kimura yell. If you could hear that, that was advice from his older brother, who'll be competing at least twice on this card later on tonight. That's a pretty good adjustment on that triangle choke. Denham's doing everything correctly. He's controlling this forearm. He's got his arm free. Just under half a minute left in this contest. Leo Travis secured himself a great position. Stay on it, Leo. Denham is just about tough as an old boot, and I don't think he's going to tap unless he absolutely gets his entire blood system shut off. Oh, and he escapes right time. Well, this is a sub-only contest, so no determined winner. But, you know, when I see kids that are younger than myself, when I began this journey of martial arts, being out able to compete warms the heart. I'm here with Leo Travis of the Fighting Travises. This is his second event for a spring roll, pumpkin roll event, coming out with a really hard fought match today. Did anything surprise you about Denham's tactics or toughness?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. They don't always get to train together. And all he's here to do is get himself into a good scrap. Clap for Mr. Leo, please. I'm here with Denham for the Venom. This is his first showing in our spring roll pumpkin roll series. But I think your match went really good, man. Way to be really tough in that triangle. Will we see you again at the pumpkin roll this fall? I guess he'll fight if we like to ask him to. Clap for Mr. Denham, everybody! Our next contest will fall into the same age division, but will be featured as a no-gi contest. Please welcome to the ring first, Andrew, the Fireball Kid, Scaff. And his opponent making his first appearance on the spring roll this evening, Rowan, you best be knowing Travis of the Fighting Travis family. All right, folks, this ought to be a pretty good one. These two kids are very technical. They train together often, friends for a long time. Very smart pummeling from these fellas very immediately in this contest. It is being reset for being out of bounds. We're going to start in this open half guard type position, and Rowan gives himself into a guard position, looking for a sweep or a posture. Andrew looking to posture and pass. Andrew is an extremely scrappy young man. Rowan Travis, about as technical as an 11-year-old could possibly be. Should be a very good contest. He's got himself to a good, he went for a nice arm lock attempt. Andrew denied him. Andrew's trying to get himself to a standing pass position. Obviously, Andrew giving up quite a bit of length to young Rowan. Rowan doing an exceptional job cutting himself back to guard repeatedly. Rowan with the back sweep. Got it very close to a belly down armbar. Andrew's got exceptional. He's got exceptional submission defense. Rowan has exceptional attacking. So we'll see how this is. Very nice. He escapes. Andrew's trying to posture up. Looks like Rowan's setting up for a hip bump sweep or a Kimura. Rowan setting himself up, trying to get himself as a Kimura lock in this position. Andrew defending very intelligently. He might have stepped out, and that's going to be a submission. Rowan Travis comes out on top with a Kimura finish. I'm here with Rowan. You best be knowing Travis. This is. Oh, did you fight in the spring and the pumpkin roll before? Yep. So this is third appearance here on a roll series. Point of the sword, coming out with a win on top for the Travis boys today. Give us your thoughts on your match.
It was a great match. I was in guard most of the time. He had a great takedown. He was an amazing. It was an amazing roll. It was great. Yeah, it's a great match.
Fantastic. Very good, sound technical attacking without getting yourself too far down the line. I guess we'll see you a little bit later this evening. Mr. Rowan Travis, ladies and gentlemen. All right, folks. Moving into a gray and black belt division. Making their way to the ring first. Corbin Black, matter of fact. And his opponent, Tanner, Mr. Perfect Graham. Looks like he's waiting for this song to drop. 2 Pantera songs today. Coach, don't hate that. Your referee for this contest is Ethan T1 Riley.
We have timer. Yep, you want to make it high.
All right. This will be contested in the gi division. 3-minute match. Corbin and Tanner are very both tactical children. They've been training together through multiple years and multiple divisions of our martial arts program here. Tanner's been working, Mr. Corbin has been working that drop throw, which he got pretty good, but Mr. Tanner's got himself into a decent position, not finding himself in any sort of danger. Tanner passes. Ooh. Corbin attacks Tanner with a triangle choke, but is able to get up. Tanner in a standing passing position. Corbin catches the dirty triangle position. He's going to have to do some finishing to try to get this adjusted. Corbin's tough, or Mr. Tanner's tough. He's going to be hard pressed to finish him if he doesn't get this exactly right. He seems to maybe have his triangle pretty locked in. Corbin coming off of a very successful tournament last weekend in Louisville, securing bronze in a higher weight class and in no gi division, and securing gold in his gi division. Starting us back up on her feet now. Both fellas very good takedowns, very tactical. Tanner a little more wrestling based, Corbin a little more judo based in their takedown styles. Both very well rounded.
Arm drag, Corbin. Arm drag.
1 minute left in this contest. A lot of open guard play here from Corbin with a lot of standing passing attempts from Tanner Grimm. Looks like Corbin's trying to set up a little sweep to get himself on top. Very nice attempt. Very nice attempt.
30 seconds.
Corbin has a collar and a sleeve. Corbin playing very smart in his guard while he's playing inside guard. He's playing with too much posture to allow Corbin to attack. 10 seconds left in the contest. Hey! I'm here with Mr. Perfect, Tanner Brown. First day, a debut effort from in our whole series here. Tanner took this fight on short notice. They moved your match, switched it around, switched your opponents literally moments before we came back out. Any thoughts or feelings on how everything shook out today?
I think my zest is a big part of my performance. I think it really helps out my training. You guys are great coaches. Really helps out. Appreciate it.
Welcome, young man. Clap for Mr. Tanner, please. I'm here with Corbin Black, matter of fact, coming out off of a very, very tough match against Tanner Grimm. You've had multiple opponents offered to you, and you've accepted any match that you were given. Way to step up and save the show. Is there anything you'd like to say to anybody out there?
Best opponent ever.
Best opponent ever. All class, all the time. Corbin Black, ladies and gentlemen. And now we jump wildly into our teen division. Making their way to the ring first, please welcome Serenity Rampage Isles. Serenity engage. Two young teens in our division. Orange belt and green belt. So just a little bit of time and age disparage mostly. Serenity getting to a boot back control. Trying to pass through. Serenity with a leaping belly down. That's a submission. I'm here with our winner by armbar, Serenity Rampage Isles. Coach here at the gym. Serenity winning the match with an armbar. Boy, things don't change over there's too much out here, right? That was a very nice leaping armbar. Way to finish belly down. Do you have anything to say or any surprise or comments or concerns?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, Serenity Rampage Isles. Our final contest before our intermission, we will step into the teen and ladies division, making her way to the ring first, Gwinja, the Ninja Thompson. Clap. And her opponent, Liv, the Destructor, Delaney. All right, folks, strap in. This should be a barn burner. This will be contested in the gi division as a last-minute change on preference of both ladies. It was initially slated as a no-gi contest. Olivia competes fairly often. Gwynja coming off of a good wrestling season. Olivia in immediately a good attacking position. Gwen gets her hips back under her, but was unable to sweep to the guard position. Ah, there's our guard sweep time. Yeah. Starting back in an open guard position. Gwen looking to pass. Olivia postures up very quickly, trying to get to a standing position. She's now got herself in a good back and seat position. I can't really see what she has as far as a collar or maybe just holding on to the neck.
There you go.
Olivia's holding onto the arm. Might be a solid time to abandon unless she has herself a plan as Gwen advances to the top of backside side control. So much more safe position. Gwen is an avid finisher, as is Olivia. So if either one of these girls get into a good position to try to attack, they will certainly do so. Both have a very good submission prowess. Gwen trying to suffocate Gwen with a smother choke. Gwen holding a very, very tough position here. Gwen staying very sharp. Oh, steps over for an arm lock. That was a very smooth transition for the back to the arm. She might have that elbow. Gwen might have that elbow. It's very smart of her to control that arm tap. Very nice submission. Oh, sorry about yep, gotcha. What a fight. I knew that would be a good one. Oh, don't you just love this stuff? I'm here with longtime student Gwynja the Ninja. Way to hang out, weather the storm, get yourself out of some tough exchanges. It's way to turn the tables. And I got to say, that was a very slick back transition to the arm lock. I know you and Olivia, despite training at this gym for a long time, both of you never really ran into each other until today. I'm glad to see your friends after all this. How are your thoughts, feelings? How are you feeling over there?
I'm feeling pretty great, especially because she's an awesome person and a really good wrestler and person that does jiu-jitsu in general.
I love that these kids are savage warriors and they're nothing but class. Gwynja the Ninja, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, we're going to take a very brief 10-minute intermission. Thanks for being here. Clap for our competitors one more time. Our next contest featuring 2 out of our team division. Coming to the ring first, L, the Storm, Embass. Her opponent making his way back to the spring roll ring. Energy this time. For the fighting Travis family. Best Travis. So this will be L's first jiu-jitsu contest. Decided to do this on a very last minute notice. Grabbed her after she was leaving class, asked her if she'd like to come out and fight somebody. She said, absolutely. I was very good. Al coming in nice and quick on that takedown, trying to find herself some sort of submission. Roman's got himself in a guard position. I don't know that he surely has anything just yet. She's postured up in guard. Really needs to try to free herself from this guard position with posture, but she's starting to cut through. Rowan may have maybe tried to loop a guillotine. That was very smart. Very smart.
She should probably posture.
She should probably posture. But she's looking her for a little smash pass. She's almost getting around Rowan's legs, but Rowan Travis has a guard like a spider web. She's passed herself from full to half guard. If she can cut herself across, she can start to look for. There she is. She's starting to head her, maybe get herself a head and arm choke. She's trying to get herself out of this half guard, but Rowan has got a very, very sticky guard. Very, very technical. Ellen needs to really focus to trying to get her posture back and get her knees underneath of her and get her posture up so she can start to try to pass this guard. Hanging out in Rowan Travis's guard is not a safe environment.
She made her way back to half. She's trying for that midget roll. Oh, maybe.
She's being very patient on top, really taking her time.
Cooking him. She's cooking him, Jerry.
She is cooking this fella. Rowan, she's saying, she is settled into full mount. Elle is now in an attacking position. Rowan with a very smooth bridge and roll.
His patience paid off. But now
He has been low and still. Elle holding on to a strong guard position. We have about a minute and a half of the contest left. Rowan also needs to work for good posture, but Elle has got a very strong base. She's almost got herself a little sweep coming up. Little canoe sweep if she can kick her hips over. Very good effort.
A little over a minute.
Oh, a little over trying to hit herself a hip bump so she get that arm, but she was able to muscle herself back over to the mount position. She has a deep hook. I don't know if she has it in her repertoire to hit an Ezekiel choke. She's in a very good position to do so. Elle's in a good attacking position.
"30 seconds.
Oh, Elle coming up with a big hip bump sweep attempt. She got that arm back over again and back into the mount position. Be good for Elle just to go for broke and try to go for a submission here. She's in top control. It's a sub-only contest. She really has nothing to lose at this point, but she's just being patient, staying on top and cooking Rowan. Trying to get to this back position. 10 seconds left. Well, that was quite a scrap. You guys hang tight for 1 sec. I'm here with Ella the Storm Embus, making her competition debut in jiu-jitsu today. You got a couple of stripes in your belt. You've been here a handful of months. Still very new to the game. Very good, good attacking. Did you have any? Was anything surprising in this contest for you today?
Yeah, Rowan really likes to defend himself.
Rowan is extremely defensively, tactically sound. Fantastic match. Oh, Embus, ladies and gentlemen, you have a very bright future out here. Here again with Rowan Travis, fought himself to a draw this time. Excellent match. Thanks for coming out, tightening the hose clamps, and filling in for a second match. Do you have any surprises or anything from this match?
She cooked the hell out of me. That was great. I could not keep guard on her. She was great.
Cooked the hell out of her. Well said, Mr. Travis. Outstanding match for these two. Clap for my man Rowan Travis and L. Embus. All right, folks, we're officially moving into our adult division. Everybody clap. Both of these fellas that are about to enter the ring are parents of two of the gentlemen that fought earlier this evening. Making their way to the ring first, the captain of the Fighting Scaff family, Ryan, the half-guard Houdini Scaff. And on the other side of the mat, the captain of the Fighting Travis family, Fritz, the Gin Executioner, Travis. The referee for this contest is King Solomon Topolsky. This contest is a 5-minute no-gi match. Ready the time? Both of these fellas have both fought in the spring and or pumpkin roll. Both coming out on top in their matches previous. Ryan's son, Andrew, fought earlier against actually Chris Travis's son, Rowan, who just fought and fought earlier in the contest. And also he's the father of Leo Travis. Unfortunately, their youngest son, Bo Travis, was unable to compete today. Chris with a very nice pass, settling into half guard. There will be no points for these passes or transitions as this is a sub-only contest, as all the matches are for the day. The half guard Houdini has half guard. Let's see what he can do with it. Chris appears to be trying to punch on some sort of an arm end choke. Ryan seems pretty safe at the time for the time being. He's cranking for just a straight guillotine in the top of half. Probably won't you can see here on the edge of the mat, their boys are coaching. These two fellas here, as I mentioned, they're the captain of their fighting families. Ryan and Andrew and Jackie Smith all train here, the parents of Andrew. Chris seems to have himself a Kimura locked, but Ryan is still keeping this trap. Winter seemed to roll for himself with some sort of Kimura trap. Chris seems to be trying to attempt to get himself a reverse side triangle. Not quite exactly the inverted triangle that his son was going for earlier in the contest. Ryan being very disciplined, keeping his elbows and his shoulders in tight. Looks like he's starting to go for sort of a TP choke style topside triangle. Chris has got a pretty good lock in here. Looks like he might try to go for the slot machine armbar if he can hit this. Ryan is not in the pickliest of pickles. He now has both arms on the inside. So he's at least safe from a triangle, but he's not necessarily safe from that big armbar that Chris Travis has swung. Ryan fights with good posture. Oh, he's got himself. Elbow, it doesn't look like his elbow is in. That's the second. This is weird from either of these gentlemen, and that's the thing about jujitsu. It's why it's tough to make video games featuring jujitsu because it gets weird sometimes. Little pop from the crowd for the captains of the Fighting Travis family and the Fighting Scab. Ryan shoots in for a very nice single. Chris sticking his head, looking for a little guillotine. Ryan holding on to that leg, trying to post up. "90 seconds! Minute and a half left in the contest. Ryan needs to really be cautious here. Chris seems like he might be trying to set up either an anaconda choke or an arm-in guillotine. If he can sit and fall to his side, he might be able to get this, but Ryan is being a pit bull on that leg and will not give him an inch. There's that anaconda roll that I was looking for. That's a pretty nice entry. He might not have the angle, but if he starts to run his legs in, he might be able to force the pressure. Ryan looks, couldn't say he looks relaxed, but he does not look like he feels like he's in a position to be finished. Ryan with some very intelligent defense. That was very smooth.
$30.
30 seconds call from Coach Capolis. This seems to have himself quite an Americana locked up. His position isn't perfect. If he could escape out of this high side control position, or if he can escape this half guard position, a much easier avenue to pass. Ryan's not giving him an inch. Outstanding match from the captains of the fighting teams. Now, see right there. See right there. I'll call you out. All right, folks, we're going back into our ladies division. Coming to the ring first, Olivia, the wrecking machine, Raymond. And her opponent, the banana, Savannah Jimenez. A referee for this contest will be King Solomon Topolsky. This match is slated for 5 minutes in the gi. Parameters of this match: we have a newer adult in Olivia, and we have a fairly seasoned. She's been training less than a year, but a very, very tough teenager in Savannah Jimenez. Olivia coming straight into the sharp. Savannah with some good tactics here. Olivia coming on top with some really strong top compression. Olivia being very patient, holding good top position on side control. Olivia being extremely patient here. Savannah's got obviously a lot of urgency to try to get herself out of this bottom of side control position, but she has plenty of time to operate. There's Savannah coming up with a underhook escape. Olivia grabbing a hold of her, getting back on top. Savannah looking for a way out of here. Savannah gets back to her feet, and we're right back to neutral. A little more of the same here. Olivia's starting to look for a little bit of a collar choke there. It'll be tough to finish from this angle, but right now she's in good top control. And Savannah needs to try to find herself out of here and try to at least get herself into a guard position. Little out of bounds resets by referee Topolsky. So they'll be reset in the position that they're in. So they'll start in the bottom of Savannah will start in the bottom of Mount. Olivia will start on the top of Mount, is where this match finished as they left the ring. Olivia immediately trying to come in for good head and arm control, or trying to get good arm control. Savannah
Trying to trap him on. Keep your arm through your left leg into her face. Push hard.
looks like Olivia's got herself an arm lock here. Savannah's very tough, and she's not one to give up. Oh, that was an excellent escape. Savannah right back to her feet, ready to wrestle. Olivia put a lot of energy into that. Looks like she's starting to slow down, and Savannah does not look like it. She's coming in a little hot.
Keep pushing, ladies. I know we're getting tired. Keep pushing.
Savannah set over a head and arm takedown.
Go, Olivia. Keep rolling.
Olivia holding a really solid guard position here. Savannah's going to try to, looks like she might try to stand and pass. But right now we're just trapped in guard here. The ladies have just about a minute to try to finish this match and come to a conclusion with a submission, or they will be relegated to a draw. Olivia throwing some arms up here. I mean, yeah. She knows how to do it. I'd say, yeah. Get that armbar. Oh, goodness. Savannah snatches an arm at the last second. 30 seconds to close the show. Savannah Jimenez trying to get her hooks in, fighting valiantly. Can't hold on to Miss Olivia.
Hold on to that arm, Savannah. Go for a takedown. It's going to be the last takedown. Let's see what
10 seconds. Go for broke.
Twist.
Hey. Outstanding match. Outstanding match. Olivia Raymond and Savannah Jimenez, ladies and gentlemen. That was quite a scrap. All right, folks. We got one more match in our kiddos division. Two of these fellas have already fought tonight. One of them already fought twice, making their way back to the spring world ring. Tanner, Mr. Perfect, Grandma. So, and the man who just can't get enough ninja today, once again of the Fighting Travis family, Rowan, you best be knowing, Travis. All right. That's right, bruh. All right, then. So now we have Mr. Perfect and Rowan Travis one more time. Pummeling, both being very patient. They're both very seasoned fellas that compete often. Rowan went for it, got himself a hold of that. Tanner's got a good hold on that neck position. If he can sit and get himself a guillotine, he might be able to finish this. He's on his side. He's got an arm in guillotine. Rowan pops out his coconut and he starts to pass, but Tanner gets himself. Nope, back outside. Rowan circling into side control. Tanner framing the hips, trying to run his hips into guard. Rowan overhooks on the top position. Tanner with a bit of a head hook, trying to step through to a position. Rowan trying to look himself into a takedown, which he gets, and he advances cleanly to mount. It's an excellent attacking position now. Urgency is going to be on Tanner to try to get himself out of here. Rowan advances to a very high mount. Tanner protects his arm, trying to get himself a bridge and roll, which does not go his way, and Rowan retains mount position. Tanner runs his hip, sits up, gets himself up into guard position very impressively. Needs to look to try to pass this guard and try to get himself into attacking position, as Rowan Travis's guard is not a safe environment. Tanner holding the side control. Rowan hiking his legs up, probably trying to pummel in a leg for an inverted triangle. Same tactic his brother tried against young Denham Lee this afternoon. Tanner holding a good knee ride position, which would be a good point accumulation, except that this is a submission only match and there will be no points offered in this contest. Tanner has a knee cut guard position. Rowan posturing very well. Now Tanner pulls himself into a guard position. Tanner angles up for a triangle choke. He's trying to stack those legs up awful high. Rowan should really operate with a higher posture, as in your head forward like this, you're much more susceptible to multiple submissions, sweeps, and various attacks. We're going to reset position as they've kind of gone out of bounds a little bit here. Tanner's in a good position to turn his hips and swing an armbar. 30-30, as we call it. Tanner has a brutal full guard controlling Mr. Rowan's head, but he's not going to be able to get any sort of a finish here. Rowan slides up to this backside position. If he can free his head, he might be able to steal a submission before the contest expires. That's 10 seconds. Time to go for broke. Rowan looks to start to attack. Some sort of an arm lock. I can't see from the angle. Looks like he might have an Americana. Nice match, boys. Our next contest, we will be moving back into our adult division. Please welcome to the ring, Robbie the Nightmare Marie. Clap. His opponent, the captain of the fighting contest, Kevin Munzo Mudson. Our referee for this contest will be King Solomon Sapolsky. Funnily enough, Kevin and Robbie were each other's training partner for the entire process of getting ready for this match today. Kevin's got inside good leg control. Not too much rank disparage between these two. He selected to go no gi. Kevin hanging out top and quarter guard. Not really, still hanging out, working for submission, but Robbie is keeping his foot traps, which will limit his mobility and his ability to create submissions and attacks. Robbie very carefully moves himself from quarter to half guard, which is a much better position for him. But it looks like Kevin is angling to get himself a Kimura lock. He has control here. He's pushing the arm down. It looks like he's now starting to transition to an Americana, but Robbie has all but got his guard back. Standing half guard, now be a good time to transition to a X guard or so. Kevin with good foot control on the top. Back steps out. Inside knee ride. We don't see this technique terribly often. Kevin trying to cook Robbie with double unders, but Robbie was able to get himself back to half guard. It looks like Solomon is going to reset our combatants in the middle of the ring in the position that they're left. So it looks like they're going to reset in half guard.
Sorry. I like it too, Kevin.
Oh man, looks like Kevin's going with a straight up muffler, just being mean. But Robbie's being tough as an old boot, hanging out in the bottom of quarter guard. Kevin looking for an Americana. Robbie's turned very much on his side and being very defensive, retaining his quarter guard position will make this hard, but not impossible to finish this joint lock. Robbie holding on very well in the quarter guard position, but now Munzo seems to have slipped that position. It seems to be starting to try to secure a rear naked choke. Looks like he has the arm across the neck, which is no good. He's punching his hand in. Robbie defending very well. Looks like he's got a short choke, and that is going to be a submission. Hey, hold on. You're getting introduced to join your match. I'm here with Kevin Munzo Munson, captain of the Fighting Munsons. Outstanding match. Way to rear patience. He was jamming you up, holding quarter guard for a while, but you stayed patient, never stopped looking to attack. And finally, we're going to transition to a submission. What are your thoughts and feelings as a multiple-time veteran of our Roll Series?
Robbie probably shouldn't have missed last week of comp training.
That's gonna cost you. That's gonna cost you. Can we expect to see you again in the pumpkin roll this fall?
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see what happens next. Kevin Munson, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Our next contest will be featuring making their way to the ring, Caden, the Eagle Baldwin. And his opponent making his way to the ring, Kieran, the Gaelic Gladiator, McFeely. All right. These are two very savage young men. Chose to do this no-gi style. It's a 5-minute no-gi contest if we find the final bell. Kieran with some very aggressive wrestling to start. Caden's gotten to seem to he's regained his entire full guard. He does have control of the head. Kieran really should start to get his knees down in posture, or at least posture up and try to pass. Ooh, Caden sits right up for a guillotine into guard. Wow. He's got a pretty good crank on that. He's got a good position. He's got his arm across the neck. The arm is not in. Oh, but Kieran pops his head out. Very nice. Kieran looks like he's going to try to stand and pass, perhaps, both having themselves a little bit of a hand fight. Caden keeping a very tight lock on his guard. Again with the quarter guard today. Well, but Kieran has freed himself and is now in full mount. Well, the headlock offers quite a bit of problem with the potential of the bridge and roll. Kieran seems to have secured himself a belly down armbar with a dirty triangle position. I can't really tell from here how safe or not Caden's elbow is, but Ethan Riley, professional fighter, is on top of the situation. Kieran getting his guard back. Caden with a very high posture. Looks like he's actually trying to set up an Americana from the guard position, which is not safe. Compromises the posture, allows for good sweeping positions, but he does have that elbow turned upside down. And if he can get outside of Kieran's guard, he might be able to pass this, especially if he goes to the other side. A very awkward position. Kieran gets himself back out of there. Now we have ourselves stuck in a headlock position. Caden putting a lot of top pressure on Kieran, but Kieran is not one to tap. Kieran is super tough. His dad, Ray, is just about one of the toughest human beings I know personally. Kieran with a very, very clever rollover escape out of the headlock position. Kieran trying to step in. Good. Caden cuts his knee in. He's got a pretty good position there. Kieran sliding out. He has a bite on that neck. Let's see if Caden can try to reverse him in the same way he did before. Little side help from Damian Diamond Sanders. Have him in the building tonight. Local MMA star. Outstanding exchanges between these two fellas. Caden was able to get himself to mount. Kieran has got himself back out. 1 minute remaining in this contest. Hayden's got himself a guard. Kieran doing a sitting out technique to try to pass guard. Which now he's got himself back in the guard position, which is in a slightly better position than he had.
30 seconds. No, more tall. Not much.
Hayden again trying to twist this arm in the spot. If you're going to cure this from right there for this mount position, he might be able to finish this. He's going to have a hard time trying to finish from the position he was in. But now that he's here, if he can try to twist this arm into place, he's only got 10 seconds to close the show. And unless it's going to break, Kieran is not going to tap. And that's going to be a draw. Right, folks. Joining us now, the heavyweight division. Making their way to the ring first, Kevin Godzilla Minus. And his opponent making his way to the ring, Ryan Fields. The referee for this contest will be Ethan T1 Riley. All right. Ryan Fields making his debut in the spring roll, pumpkin roll ring. Kevin Minus fought to a draw with Jacob Roth at our pumpkin roll. Ryan has himself a little bit of a knee shield from the bottom of half guard. Kevin working avidly to try to pass that arm or to pass that knee shield. Ryan holding a good knee shield in the bottom here. Kevin trying to posture up for a big pass. Kevin with an excellent pass, getting past the legs of Ryan, who's trying to cut his knee back in. Ryan has wrist control in the bottom. Might be a little hard pressed to look for any sort of submission here, but not unlike Kevin to try to get himself a sub. Ryan with quite a hip bump sweep attempt. Thought he was going to try to go in for a triangle choke. Kevin looking to still try to pass. Ryan holding a very good half guard and knee shield position as he's going. Kevin muffling Ryan Fields, which is all more than fine here with us. You know, you go ahead and muffle. Yeah, that's awful. That's a, it's a, it's not impolite, I wouldn't say. It's just Kevin Winus in a good front headlock position. Back up to the feet. Big time engagement. Ryan going in for a little leg hook. Ethan Riley keeping his eye on the action, keeping everybody safe in here. Ryan steps in. He's got a good headlock, trying to get that control so he can step through for some kind of a hook. Kevin Minus reverses for a very good takedown attempt. Back into an open guard type position.
How we doing on time?
4 minutes left in the contest, so we are almost halfway there. Ryan going for a very nice triangle attempt. Kevin not having it. Passes, tried to get a scoop pass. Didn't go his way. Big action from these heavyweights here. Both incredibly nimble big guys that move around very well. There'd be so much human being in the ring between us. Ryan has a pretty good Kimura lock, but Kevin spins over to the other side. Ryan trying to transition this arm into a straight arm or into an arm bar, going belly down. Kevin powers in, gets the old sword and the stone technique, and gets himself. Coach Riley calls time for in the middle reset, as these are some big fellas and they are hanging right on the edge of the mat. So restarting, Ryan's holding an open guard position, does not have the legs locked behind the back. Kevin powering forward, trying to look for a pressure pass of some sort, but is now being stifled by Ryan's guard. Ryan trying for some grapevines to stretch Kevin out. Kevin's not having it though. Bill keeps his base nice and strong. Getting into the later dregs of this match. 2 minutes remaining. Just about 100 seconds or so left in this contest, which sounds like a long time, but it's not. Kevin with a very good pass. He's in a good attacking position. Looks like Ryan's trying to work a ghost escape. Got his hands in the right spot. He has the upper arm locked. Kevin's got a very low body lock that he's using to try to get into an attacking position. Ryan gets back to half guard. Ryan going with a very valiant effort for a hip bump sweep. Ryan's also not trying to push and isolate the arm. Looks like he's looking to shoot a triangle choke. If he can get one of his legs on the inside, Kevin being very smart, keeping both arms inside the guard position. Kevin's been very tactical playing inside this guard position. Ryan has been working very hard to make submissions work. trying for different attacks, trying different sweeps. Kevin's being very disciplined in his guard, inside the guard, not not creating any kind of scramble. Looks like we have about 10 seconds left. Ryan punched his arm around the neck. He's got a bulldog choke, kind of a weird angle. How's it gonna shake out? Time. Excellent match in the heavyweight division. Their opponent making her way to the ring. It's Tristana. She is a little baby shark after all. All right, obviously we're rolling in the geese here. 5-minute contest. Adriana going for her patented hip throw, which Peyton counters very cleverly. Peyton is scrambling, bo bambling. Adriana attacking relentlessly. But Peyton fighting her way up into a very good guard position. Adriana attacks with an arm lock, a little off base on her angle, but seems to be adjusting just fine. Peyton sucks herself out of there, gets up, fights her way, comes out on top. Looks like Peyton is stuck here in half guard. She advances, and Adriana runs her out, rolls her over. Peyton has herself in, it looks like she's trying to attack with an arm lock, but Adriana passes through. And now Adriana holds side control. Referee Coach Riley is resetting them in the center of the ring. Adriana attacking with an Americana shoulder lock. Peyton not having it. Peyton doing very good job defending. It looks like it's a little deep. I can't really see from this angle. Peyton being very smart, trying to hide her elbow, trying to turn in, and she escapes out. Adriana recounters with an armbar and catches the armbar submission. Ethan? I'm here with Princess Adriana. Excellent match. You were very aggressive from the beginning. We saw you went for your patented head and arm throw that you do so well. Peyton countered very well, got herself into a good position, fought out a lot of different submissions, but you were able to close the show with an arm lock. Tell us how you feel about your match and how your experience today.
Hardly.
Fantastic. Can we expect to see you fight somebody else perhaps in the pumpkin roll in the fall?
Yeah.
Of the Fighting Isles clan, Princess Adriana. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more contest, but this is the end of our stream. Folks who are watching at home, all across the world, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your attention. We hope you enjoyed the fights as much as we did. One more time, everybody clap for all my competitors. I would like to thank our timekeeper extraordinaire, Serenity Isle. Clap for her, any place. I'd like to thank our executive producer, Joel Apolis Jr., and the director of the show, Coach Joel Apolis. This is the end of the stream. Thank you very much.